You know what I've noticed? The fighters like Benavidez, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, Devin Haney. Those are some of the only fighters that actually fight everybody that the fans ask for. I mean, everybody that the fans ask for in boxing. This is why when people ask me, hey man, could you talk this way about certain fighters? Or, man, fans don't like when you talk this way. Or, you're not going to get the views that you want if you don't talk nice about other fighters that the fans like. Because, bro, who cares, bro? Y'all don't respect guys who do everything that y'all say. Terrence Crawford fights everybody that the fans ask for. From Canelo to Spence. He tried to fight Charlo. Anybody. You can name any of it. Everybody. Tim Tszyu tried to fight him. Now we talking about Virgil Ortiz, who ain't fought in 2 years. Now he's active this year. Everything that he does. Then Devin Haney, they wanted to fight Tank. Tried to do that. Tried to fight Teofimo. Tried to fight Rolly. Tried to fight Shakur Stevenson. Fought Ryan Garcia. Fought Lomachenko after everybody said that he was ducking Lomachenko and he didn't want to fight him. And these same people will turn around and say, well, I want to see Tank fight Lomachenko. But when Devin Haney fights for Lomachenko, it means nothing. Benavidez, he fights all these guys at 68. People say, well, you're too big, man. You're almost 200 pounds. Even though we had Zerto Ramirez, who weighs more than Deontay Wilder, fighting at 175. And people said nothing about that. He's fighting at cruiserweight right now, and he's still a big cruiserweight. And Benavidez fought, trying to fight Munguia last year, Canelo, Morrell. Then people say he's ducking Morrell, even though then they'll turn around and say, well, Majramov, he only got 10 fights. Well, Morrell only had 10 fights last year. What are we talking about? But then we'll turn around and say, well, Benavidez ain't trying to fight nobody. He ain't worth Canelo's time and everything. Well, okay, go enjoy Berlanga then. I mean, every time we have certain fighters, that's why I'm gonna be the minority. I'm not trying to win. I'm not trying to win nobody's bad integrity in boxing. Boxing has a lot of bad integrity. Guys just follow people because of what country they're from or anything else. I don't like every American fighter, so it's not like that with me. So I don't have that kind of trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'm like this in real life. I don't really be on the bias stuff. But I know that's how the world works. But at the end of the day, it's a small minority that's not biased. And I'll tap into that minority. Then you have Earl Spence, who also everybody said, well, he needs to fight all the guys at PBC, all the 147s. Well, he needs to fight Terrence Crawford. He's done all that. They wanted him to fight Charlo. He was going to try to do that. He had no problem fighting Charlo. No problem. A guy who he considered a friend, he'll say, yeah, I'll fight him. I'll throw this out there. We even had the Charlos that said that the two brothers that said we'll fight each other if the money's right. Two brothers. I can throw them out there because that makes sense. The two brothers. They even said those guys. But these other people that people consider the face of boxing, they don't fight who these guys ask. If anybody asks Tank to fight Frank Martin over Lomachenko, over Shakur Stevenson, over Devin Haney, over even a Keyshawn Davis or a Andy Cruz or a Dennis Moranchik, that's the fight that y'all was asking for. So it's like you wasn't asking for that. So the guys who are actually doing stuff that the fans are asking, it's only 4 or 5 fighters that's trying to fight everybody the fans ask for. People said Deontay Wilder needs to fight Zhang. He's ducking Zhang. Deontay Wilder's ducking Zhang. So they automatically admitting psychologically that Tyson Fury is not a tougher fight than Zhilei Zhang. Even though Zhang hasn't fought Fury or Joshua, fans have already admitted by saying that Wilder was ducking Zhang that Zhang was a tougher fight than Tyson Fury. They already admitted that. Even though Zhang hasn't fought Joshua or Fury, they're not trying to jump in the ring with him at all. They'd rather feed him to Joseph Parker. Their fans have already admitted that Zhang, who's 40 years old, 40-some years old, like 41, 42, they're already admitting that he's a tougher fight than Tyson Fury was, because why would he duck Zhang when he just fought Tyson Fury 3 times? And people was considered Tyson Fury one of the best heavyweights of all time. Some people say he's better than Ali. So why would... And this goes to show that this is why I don't cater to fans. You got to be able to... All I do is tell the truth, and I do what I want. And anybody who lives their life out here, you should be doing the same thing. You shouldn't be catering no one man or no fan base. For what? People change with the seasons. People change with the seasons all the time. People change all the time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many people you beat. It doesn't matter if Canelo loses to Bivol or if Tank goes 12 rounds with Pitbull. They're gonna act ridiculous when certain fighters go 12 rounds, like Terrence Crawford against Madrimov, a guy who has 300 amateur background fights. He's beat elite fighters in the amateurs, in the pros. He's been a champion already. So at the same time, it's like you can't really impress these guys. No matter if you're Benavidez, you go up and fight a Hall of Famer, you go 12 rounds with him, and everybody says, "Oh well, Benavidez ain't that good." Because I went the distance with a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? So you really can't impress these fans. And that's what I learned a long time ago. That's why I don't really cater or chase any views. For what, man? I got money in real life. What I need to chase some YouTube views for? And that's real talk. And that's how these boxers look at it. All the boxers who do everything the fans ask, they get disrespected. So I learned my lesson by saying, oh, I'm not going to cater to no certain fan base just so they can be like, switch up the next day, because all these guys switch up. They all do. It happens all the time. They give certain passes to people. They only focus on certain fan bases. They only focus on people, especially in America. You already know who they focus on. So at the end of the day, I'm just giving an example right now. So at the end of the day, big fights don't really matter to these guys. It's about bragging rights and waving flags. And that's all I got.